How dare
what?
you give me a fixed rate of 2.8?
Oh, what I would do with a
Right?
rate of 2.8,
It's like,
TK.
put me on a variable. Things it's not can't go up that much, you know.
Does anybody give a shit about rates anymore, TK? Like,
Yeah,
were we
people who are with
surprised?
Scotiabank who are on a variable rate are going to
Variable
watch their
rates.
payments go down $100 a month or something. They're happy.
Right. And so the people who had the rates that or the payments that did not adjust,
Yeah,
but their term adjusted or their amortization adjusted, are they happy now? Is it making a difference for them?
I
Are
don't
they
think they're really noticing. Yeah,
shedding years on that amortization?
and everybody's afraid of the variable rate right now, right? Like even mortgage
Afraid
brokers
of
are
it?
afraid to tell somebody to get a variable rate. And so when people are refinancing or they're getting a new mortgage or moving, whatever it is, they're all going fixed because everyone's like,
Fixed.
oh my
I
gosh.
just want to know.
But really, when you think about it, variable would be the right move
Now it
if
would
you
be.
expect that rates are going to continue to fall. But
Shouldn't we
regardless,
expect this?
I'm giving you a hypothetical situation, right? That's if you expect that rates continue to fall, then going with a variable rate would make more sense. But anyways,
Oh, yeah.
like I said, I
Yeah.
digress. People are afraid of the variable rate right now, and so you've got a lot of people who are coming into the market right now, and these rate cuts don't really change much. Like if you watch fixed rates, obviously they're tied to the bond market. They haven't really been changing too much this year. They were a
But
little bit higher at closer to the 6% mark. They came down to 5. We've got some sub fives now and
didn't you
different
see
types of
the
no
article about
frills.
rate wars that the banks are
The
having
banks are
rate
starting to,
wars? The fuck does that mean?
look, the banks are always going to be competitive with rates. The number one, the biggest competitor was HSBC, right? And now they've been basically bought out.
Swallowed up by
So,
RBC, no?
so that was the company that was or the bank that was going to be making sure that you've always got the best option. They were the first, you know, 1.99% 5-year fixed bank, right before everyone else.
They were trying to manipulate the
Who's got
market
that
and
mortgage? If
screw
you have a
things up.
1.99 or less 5-year fix that you got in 2021 and that comes up for maturity in
Yeah, what are you
2026,
doing?
leave a comment.
But what are you
Leave a comment.
doing
I want to
right
shake
now?
your hand.
But can you
You know,
afford the renewal? Or
doesn't
are you
matter.
selling?
Think
It
about the
doesn't
interest that you
matter.
saved over that time period.
On the house that you're going to lose now? Like, that's
Well,
not true.
as long as you bought the property, or maybe you own the property, maybe you didn't buy it, maybe you bought it 20 years
What?
ago. You just refinanced,
Oh.
so you're not worried about the price. You just when you renewed your mortgage, you're like, yeah, sure, I'll do a 5-year fixed, and it's at 1.99.
For
You're
free
loving life.
money to put in the stock market that's
Whatever it
tanking right now?
is, you're my hero.
Little Bitcoin?
I remember when I was renewing, it was a 2.8, and I was like, what is this garbage? How
It was
dare
what?
you give me a fixed rate of 2.8?
Oh, what I would do with a
Right?
rate of 2.8,
It's like,
TK.
put me on a variable. Things it's not can't go up that much. So that decision cost me um, up to date, like at least 50 grand. I don't know, 30 to $50,000. It's not a huge mortgage, but it's still
My
enough to
rate
be
is so high,
paying my butt.
TK, that I
Yeah.
can't wait for my next renewal. Okay.
Yeah.
At these rates. Okay. I am excited. I would
Yeah,
love to
yeah, yeah,
lock
yeah.
in now. It
Yeah.
would cost me a goddamn fortune if
So,
I
so see,
tried
look,
to.
people care about rates. We're talking about rates, and me and you care.
Oh,
Two out of
well,
two.
I'm about to
100% of people on the
refinance
show.
a property or
Yeah.
extend. You see, I'm up. I have an option to extend, but it would be foolish to extend under my current terms, especially when I'm about to, get some feedback, I'd imagine, soon from the city, which
Yeah.
kind of pushes up the value on the property.
Well, let's talk about commercial stuff a little bit here,
Okay, yeah, let's
right?
do that.
Let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about commercial, right? Because commercial real
What
estate
about
is
it?
actually the biggest bubble we got.
The biggest bubble. Which part of commercial real estate are we talking about?
I would say the majority of commercial real estate has been um,
Like offices, you mean?
overbought, has been
Office?
overbought. Yep. Offices,
Office? Yeah.
industrial is getting killed right now. The amount of listings that are on
Killed.
and nothing is selling.
Really?
Retail has been killed since COVID.
Empty? Are they empty?
Multifamilies don't sell. Commercial multifamilies are just sitting there because they want a 2 cap. The buyer wants a 6 or 7 cap. So those
Yeah.
aren't moving.
No. But hold
Commercial
on.
real estate's getting killed.
The industrial stuff is empty and for sale or
I don't
tenanted
think
and for sale?
industrial vacancies have gone up. So I think that there's
Yeah, because
still
those were
a
tight.
reasonable amount. Yeah, I think there's still a reasonable amount of occupancy rate. It's the sale prices of the industrial that are crashing down. Because when you look at it and you try to make sense of it at a 7 or 8% interest rate, you're going to want to get an 8 cap or a 9 cap, and it just doesn't exist. You'd be
But
lucky to find a 5.
are these sellers that need to sell and they
That's
just
the
can't
problem
because
with
there's
commercial
no.
real estate, is that a lot of people are financed because based on the income of the property. So when the bank is giving you that mortgage, they don't care what you have. They're saying,
Yeah.
if I have to take this property over from you, what can it carry? So the maximum amount of the debt coverage ratio that they've issued for those properties is at the current rates, or whatever rates were when they were refinanced, or rental income when they were refinancing or purchasing the property at. And so it's carrying itself right now.
Yeah.
And so even though there's some people who want their money out, they can't get it out
Can't get it out.
because they just can't sell for a price or they're not willing to sell for a price. Because if they were willing to sell for the right price, they would think it's a loss. But if you think about it, if the market continues to go down, these prices today might actually not be so bad, right? And that people should be taking advantage of getting the houses on the market. The bank's exposure on the commercial real estate is insanity.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.